Yeah. Okay. And there we go. There's the DarkSDW minute. And here is, for the first time for your viewing pleasure, the best Ices EU, not on Ice Climbers, but in fact on Joker.
All right, DarkSDW going to be coming in. And this is going to be quite the matchup.
That it is, and you can 100% understand why Phrey is taking this as the pick, because Min-Min's whole thing, right, is obviously isolating someone and separating them, especially in if it's like doubles. And when you're playing Ices, you're effectively playing a game of doubles. A Ram will split them up. You get in the middle, you grab one, that is curtains on Nana ever returning to Popo. Joker, on the other hand, constant rushdown, constant panic for the Min-Min, that is, and a constant threat. But speaking of threat, Dragon Arm, right?
And I was actually thinking the Rebels Guard was actually going to be a really big thing. Sometimes we do like to see Darks go for those back throw setups at the ledge at around about 60%. It's not exactly true, but it's really hard to escape. So trying to go for that frame 3 Rebels Guard might have been enough to try and dissuade him from going for it. But of course, if you let go of that Rebels Guard a little bit too early, that second Dragon is waiting to finish him off. Both these two obviously do have those tether recoveries. Down gun going to be massive. The Rainstorm so far, though, hasn't been able to find anything just yet. The Joker finally online with Arsene, but the damage now will be making the Rebels gauge deplete faster.
That they are. Both players, similar percent, but unfortunately Phrey's an entire stock down and feels looking to capitalize. That huge counter, though, putting in the work. Most counters will not work against Min-Min, but with just the raw size that Joker's is, it can. Uh-oh.
That's my boy.
That was the worst fist bump I've seen in my life.
Hey, look, their skills are in-game. Outside of game, you know, I cannot vouch for these men. But that's why you always try and at least go for recovery. Sometimes tethers, they used to have a bad rap. They used to be, tether recovery, garbage character. Now, a tether recovery is like just like a, until you see them die, they are not dead. So I don't dislike Phrey going down there for it. And of course, Dark's just making sure to throw out a hitbox on the way out. Just make sure that he's kept on notice. You know, this is the first attempt of teching on the main stage. We'll see if he can actually do it. Now we're at back throw percent. Instead, he's going to go for center stage, walking across. It's just like almost like a zone of a I will not leave this.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, the bait from Dark calling out the Rebels Guard that Phrey was going to go for, the drag down from Phrey. You can see his new experience of the character coming out in troves, pulling out these drag down combos, single hit fair, everything that you see, you know, veteran Joker mains do. Phrey's doing them and showing that he knows how.
Yeah, unfortunately though, he wasn't able to connect. He was actually able to connect the last hit of the upper, which popped him out, which is why he wasn't able to do that drag down raindrop into the up smash. And now he has to try and bring it back. No air dodge there from Darts. He's been hit by it enough times to know that you do not want to try and buffer an air dodge out of it, but you know, maybe some questionable DI there. That's
it might be a little bit questionable, but that's the thing. I have never in my life seen Min-Min up throw a red screen, but it's a kill throw. I think it's because it was never meant to be a kill throw, and that thing just kills, and especially because the animation has no give. There is no leeway. It's so quick that you don't really have a chance to DI, because normally you're going to be DIing for back throw, so you're going to be DIing towards the Min-Min. Up throw sends like up and slightly forwards. So by DIing towards Min-Min for back throw, you're about to DI literally straight up to the blaster. It's terrifying. It's a very scary move.
Yeah, it's almost like we see Mars do it a lot on ZSS, where he just go for the DI check and go on the up throw. That's that if ZSS cost him money.
Yeah, basically, yeah. We are currently seeing Phrey's mind spinning like a hamster wheel. Unfortunately, the hamster's long since dead, but he has gone for Ice Climbers, finally locking it in. I can speak for Min-Min here that it's such a polarizing matchup. That, like, yes, Min-Min separates out the Ice Climbers, and the moment that you separate them out, it's great. If you can land the grab, that's literally a stock. But the moment the Phrey is here, this is where, like, he can start doing absolute numbers. If he gets you in a Blizzard, if he gets you in a side B, you are in so much disadvantage because you can't disengage, you can't get out there, you can't throw out any arms because they've got too high startup. He can just start doing numbers on you. Look at the percents.
Yeah, I really like, actually, though, we're going to see now the switch. He's going to try and use these dragons now to try and have the ability to throw things out, and the Ram once again is back in play. I like that the grabs basically aren't an option here for Darks, as they're too slow. If he catches the AI climber, he's going to get punished.
Exactly. Gets caught at that ledge. Going to have to tether once again. And honestly, Min Min's one of the most unreliable tethers in this game, so hanging that edge for that long and being caught by a iceberg is actually a very, very scary thing.
Oh, tries to catch him going high, but this time he commits the ram early, so he's not able to punish. Just going to drop off. We've got Kilowatt on deck, but we're going to see the up smash, 65% there on Phrey. Grabs the wrong climber, gets the shield up in time and the parry, so the dash attack going to come out. He's managed to catch a jump, I think.
So Phrey was actually somewhat saying the other day to me, oh, I've got the Min Min matchup down. And I didn't honestly massively believe until today. Granted, this is now a nice reset. 2 stocks apiece, 0% across the board. It's looking like it's looking like for glory. But honestly, he is a lot more confident in this matchup than he used to be.
Oh, I like this little interaction. Obviously, the up smash actually, for some reason, was gifted the ability to reflect projectiles. But the fact that there's 2 of them, it's only reflecting the first one unless he gets really tight timing. So he's still going to actually trade on a projectile, whether he likes it or not. Catches Phrey walking in, and now the desync, and punishes the Sopo being out. Catches the tournament winner from ledge. I saw a jump circle, and so did Darks. We've grinded that out, like, since before. Back when he was playing, you know, a killing struggled character that was the Pit.
Yeah.
I've been training this man to look for jump circles and just up the gas the moment that you see that resource is gone. It looks like old habits die hard. He's doing an excellent job of applying the pressure now. And the best ice is EU. May not have the momentum we once saw in the first stock.
Very, very true. Nice desync right there, using Blizzard and Cybe to cover almost every option, but Phil still managing to find the one that he so desired. And the big dragon! The mouth opens, the laser comes out, and the stock is taken. That's game 2, going to DarkSDW.
Yeah, really though, I really don't think that Phrey did anything wrong. I think the switch off of Joker was the right pick. Obviously, he gave it a go. You've got to try something when you're in your loser's bracket, but at the end of the day, you want to stay on your main and know that you gave it your best shot. He had the momentum literally until that one bad jump was identified and evaporated by Darks.
Oh yeah, interesting thing. You mentioned about how you, like, why the hell did they give Min Min's up smash a reflector? It could have actually been so much worse, because in arms, every single time Min Min dodges, she does a kick in the air and she didn't catch that does it. And if you kick an arm, it reflects the head back towards the opponent. So, oddly enough, they transitioned that over by making her up smash a reflector, but her arms aren't projectiles, so Min Min can't reflect to Min Min's arms like they can in Smash.
Interesting. Yeah, that'd be something for just like a weird interaction in the Min Min Ditto.
Yeah.
Sometimes we see it in like Rivals where obviously every character has stage gimmicks there. Sometimes their stage gimmicks play really weird in the Ditto. I would actually kind of love to see that in arms where just the reflection on her main kit just doesn't work in the Ditto.
It would be honestly kind of really, really cool, like if they put it into this game where her arms don't count as projectiles, but in the Ditto it did reflect the arms like in arms.
Oh, massive back throw there. We actually see the footstool there from Nana, and honestly, pretty much swinging a whip there. It felt like Darks was torn between 2, like trying to catch like 2 rabbits, and ended up ending up with none.
End up with a mouse instead and went, huh? Why are you here?
All right, double down there and buffers out the spot dodge. Swinging a whip though. I'm not sure if we saw. Yeah, I think we saw that jump circle come out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That right there is why tether recoveries aren't viewed as the best in the game, because that can just happen.
Yeah.
Luckily Phil, this is even.
Yeah, he's done a really good job of keeping his head in the game whenever he's down a stock. I think actually he didn't mean to like fall through the platform, because it felt like he fell through the platform and immediately double jumped and just like lost his stock for it.
Yeah.
All right, back throw. He's been catching Phrey so often. He's forced Nana up. We're going to see the ram, and he connects into the dragon. And this is one of the worst places to be. He's going to catch him. And it's 18%. It feels like Phrey is in the lead for so much of this game. And the moment it goes down to that 0-0, he's almost cursed to just be on the receiving end of a hashtag min-min stock.
Very, very true. Phrey, though, finding his momentum, but then loses it straight away. The moment that he's given DarkSDW room to breathe, he's giving him room to recollect his thoughts and find his footing. But that Blizzard could be massive. Tries to go for a decent, but can't find the conversion out of the freeze.
Yeah, this is just a really, really strong showing here from Darks. I think he's really started to lock in, just go to that extra level that he needs to do to make sure that just a consistent player like Phrey isn't able to fight his way back into the game. This time we see the dragon come out and it knocks back one of the icicles. Needs to retether. And the back throw, you're in danger now. No ram, the up B, the scout, and the kill.
That will do it. That will be 3-0 game, set, and match to DarkSDW.
Genuinely not the result I was expecting it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm always down for Black Excellence in the shortest month of the year that is Black History Month. But a 3-0 over Haste. These two usually just go blow for blow.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. I think that...
Oh, they're desyncing the controllers.
Right.